Welcome to Dynamo Dynamics, winning goals to digital dominance. I'm your host, Danny Perry, and with me as always, my guy, Kai Peterson. So how are you doing?
Could be better.
Could be better?
Yeah.
What's going on, Kai?
Well, my Texas A&M lost to Michigan in the round of 32, so sucks, but it's always next year, I guess. I sound like a Cowboys fan.
Oh man. A low blow. I got you. I see how you're going to play this today. So, I mean, I guess that is pretty big news. The NCAA tournaments, men and women, are underway. As you're alluding to, your A&M Aggies, Texas A&M Aggies lost in the second round to Michigan, was it?
Yeah.
And end of a season, but like you said, there's always next year. However, the University of Houston Cougars, they won. They won in pretty convincing fashion. They kind of let it slip a little bit at the end, but they led the entire way. Basically, buzzer to buzzer and dominant defense, great scoring. I think they really have a shot, man.
Yeah. I don't know if it was too convincing, like you say it was.
They were up by 14.
Yeah, but it was a 2-point game at the end, so
they kind of let their guard down, I think, in the last 7 minutes, but they had enough of a cushion that it didn't really matter, and then their defense came through at the end. So solid team, man. This is the best Cougars team I've seen in pretty much forever.
They look good.
They look really good. I guess since we're on the NCAAs, let's just flip the script a little bit and stay there. Have there been any surprise teams for you?
I mean, Arkansas is kind of a surprise, but at the same time, they're not. I mean, Coach Calipari is a great coach, and they are probably one of the most athletic teams in the country, and they're a 10 seed winning, dominating other teams. So, I mean, St. John's was a 2 seed, and
yeah, I would pick the same team. Arkansas has been the biggest surprise for me for a team that really doesn't shoot that well. They are athletic, and they get to the rim, and they get second chance shots, and hey, they're on to the Sweet 16.
Yeah, I'd say, I guess another one that was kind of surprising is Ole Miss's win. They didn't just win, they dominated. And I think if they play if they have that same firepower this next game, they could go to the Elite Eight for sure.
Man, I think it's going to be pretty good. Basically, however it plays out, go Cougs, win. It'll be better if they're in the Elite Eight and onto the Final Four. However, there are some pretty good teams out there. The talent is distributed so much more across college basketball now. The Blue Bloods are just not as dominant or as feared, I guess, as they would have been in years past before this talent dispersal.
For the exception of Duke, they're still
Duke. Duke is Duke.
Duke is still Duke. They beat Baylor by 20. Yeah. So they look good too.
They did. Well, we'll see what happens this coming up Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we're looking forward to it. I think you had already said that your whole basically Thursday to Sunday is nothing but basketball, right? I mean, you are coming to work.
I hope so. No, I'll be at work. But it's good the games are at night, so my brain will actually be focused on work during the workday, not thinking and daydreaming about basketball.
Perfect. Well, you want to basketball's not the only sport that we have to talk about. We do.
No, but I guess I wanted to ask what your prediction is for U of H against Purdue. Do you have any? That's your team. I think we should kind of dive a little bit deeper in there.
Oh boy! I think U of H is going to win. I think they're going to win by 5. So let's go 74-69.
I like that, yeah. I think I'll take U of H as well. I really haven't seen Purdue play at all this year. I told you earlier, but U of H looks dominant.
Purdue always has a big guy like Zach Edey last year, and now they've got, I can't remember the guy's name, but here's some other big, huge dude.
7-foot guy, yeah. Which, sometimes they don't even have to be that skilled. They can just take up a lot of space.
Exactly, and they have a space taker-upper again, so I think that's the one thing that I would worry about because UH does not have that type of size.
Yeah.
So, but they've got the really with Tugler and Juwan Roberts, they have athleticism and they play bigger than they are. But that would be the one
when you have to guard a guy or get rebounds over a 7-footer.
It makes it.
Athleticism can take you so far, but just like size and power, has a big factor.
We can always hack him.
Yeah. Send him to the free throw line.
There you go. So that's my prediction. You pretty much concur?
Yeah, I agree. I don't really know the scoreline, but I got U of H by at least, I'd say 4.
4.
I think the games are going to get a lot closer and closer as they keep moving on. So.
Agreed. All right, well, we'll look forward to that. We'll definitely look forward to that. So the big news, maybe this is big news. This is big news. The Dynamo got a win. All right. It was in a hybrid friendly against El Salvador, so it doesn't count in MLS. It doesn't count anywhere, really.
No.
A hybrid friendly does not really mean anything. But they did win 2-1, and I didn't see the game, so I guess we can't really go too in depth. But.
Yeah, I'm to be honest, I wasn't gonna skip March Madness over a friendly, but I will say I was hoping that would spark something for the Seattle game, and honestly, it did not look like it did. Just that tough game, but I mean, it was a win in our books. I mean, we've never beaten Seattle at Seattle.
Right.
It was a 0-0 draw. But we did not look
so discombobulated, man. The fact to what you said that we got the draw in Seattle where we've never won. That's something. But I'm just expecting this team to kick on at some time, man, at some point. And they're not. They're still winless in MLS on the season.
Yeah.
To escape with the draw, that's a point is better than no points. But at the same time,
Seattle was beating us the whole game. Like in every aspect of the game, really. Their shot selection was a lot better. Our shot selection was okay.
Exactly.
And our one shot on target,
I
think any goalkeeper would have saved it.
And then to the Dynamo's credit, Moore, who came in at goal for Tarbell, he had some great saves, or else it wouldn't have even been close. That was the saving grace, literally, for that game, or it could have gotten really ugly from really early in the match. Yeah. So.
I mean, we can say McGlynn was out on international duty, but I'm sure Seattle had a guy or two,
or maybe more.
Yeah.
It didn't look too deeply into that, but at the same time, the games are still there to be played. You put the team out there, and there's something that's just not clicking with this team right now, man.
Yeah.
And I'm at a loss to figure out what it is, but I'm sure Ben Olsen and the team over there are gonna get it together at some point.
Yeah.
But scoring goals would be nice. Not conceding so many shots would be nice. Or else we're going to have to really count on heroics from the goaltender.
Yeah.
Every match.
Or just try to outscore the other team. And as of right now, we've not shown too much creativity.
We're not outscoring anybody right now.
I think our goals are off set pieces only. Maybe one that's not. So it's... we'll see.
Yeah.
The season's young and early, but it's slipping away real fast.
It really is. It really, really is. Because if you look at the table, we're miraculously moved up a spot, but we are still sitting 13th in the table. If this were somewhere else, we'd be firmly in the relegation zone. Thankfully, that doesn't happen here right now. But Seattle's only one spot above us, and they look like they're a world better than us right now.
I did notice that, and that's interesting as well. But
what can you say?
Yeah.
What can you say? Well, come on, Dynamo. Let's do something. We've got Portland coming up at the weekend, I believe, and is that a match?
It's away.
Away
in Portland.
And that's as tough a spot to play as Seattle.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I don't know either. Yeah. It's where's Portland sitting on the table?
Portland is sitting currently at number 9 on the table. Okay. So they're 5 points above us. And God, we've only got 2 points on the season.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We need a win here.
We need to win really, really bad. But that looks like it's going to be a tough spot to play. Again. So what's the prediction?
I'm going to be optimistic, go with the Dynamo win, but I think it'll be a 1-0 win. And I honestly think that we'll lose on possession, almost every other statistic, but we'll have
one counterattack.
One counterattack. One Jose Mourinho goal.
Well, I'm going to say 1-0 Dynamo just because. Just because I'm a shameless homer, and I'm going to pick the Dynamo. Not really confident in that right now.
Yeah, I'm not too confident either.
Oh, boy.
Change our minds.
please change our mind. But we shall see. We'll see how that goes. And I'm haven't looked that far ahead beyond that. Now I'm just good. We've been looking 4 matches ahead. Let's just stick with one for right now.
We'll stick with one. I mean, we can take it week by week. There's no reason to get ahead of ourselves if we can't take care of the business that's in front of us.
Exactly. So 1-0 against Portland. All right, and we think U of H is going to win in the NCAAs. Who's your dream Final Four?
I'd have to see the teams line up, but because I can't remember which region would make it, but I think I have Michigan State, Duke, Florida, and U of H. I think in the Final Four. I think that would be a good Final Four. That'd be a good Final Four. That would be a really good Final Four. Florida crushing U of H.
That would ruin the good Final Four part of the whole thing. No. That would still be a good Final Four, but I think U of H they're something about that team this year, man. There's something about them. What about the women's side? I know we've had the big injury to Gigi Watkins, which was hopefully devastating, man.
That's my bracket, but 5 minutes into the game, I think it was an ACL tear.
Yeah.
And, credit to USC, the other players stepped up. I think they still won by 40 or 50. Yeah. So good sign. I really hope they finish with a great season, even though their best player's out.
Yeah.
But other players got to step up there. The women's bracket's pretty consistent. The top seeds, there haven't been too many upsets. I haven't really seen any, actually. I think an 8 has lost to a 9, but other than that, I think...
Yeah, you're seeing the powers. UCLA's there, USC is there, South Carolina is there, LSU,
UConn
is still alive. So the traditional powers on the women's side are still traditionally powerful.
Yeah.
But it was really devastating to basically see that with Watkins going down. That was, you never want to see that, man, especially at this stage. I
think she's in her senior year too, so that's...
Well, actually, she's not. So she has she's
one more year of eligibility.
Yeah, I believe she's a sophomore. So she's 19. She can't get drafted until she's 22.
Oh, I thought
so. She'll have recovery time. She'll be back. She'll definitely be back.
Not good news, but good news out of the bad news.
Exactly. That's the silver lining, right?
Yeah,
that's the silver.
I hope she comes back. She's been great for them.
No doubt. The women's game has grown so much, man. Just from the college level and the even WNBA level, unrivaled, everything. It's just the interest in women's basketball is just insane right now. And having one of the biggest names go down was kind of sucked.
Yeah.
But we'll see how the rest of the tournament goes. I think you're right that USC, somebody's going to, I think they're going to have multiple players step up. Last night, her name escapes me, but scored 39 points, and that was like, wow, that's how you step up in the absence of your star player.
Yeah, and then I guess also we got a Major League Baseball opening day in 2 days?
Right. That's right. It's on Thursday.
So, the day this episode's out. So today, when this episode's out.
There you go. So now we'll have yet another. Are we going to really talk about 162 games of Major League Baseball?
No, we will not.
Okay.
If there's a crazy highlight or a crazy trade, we'll dabble into it.
All
right. I think we should stick with Dynamo. We got Champions League coming back.
Yeah.
Not in 2 weeks.
NBA playoffs will be coming up. We'll talk more about that. I'm going to the Rockets game tonight. So against Atlanta. But... So we'll have plenty to talk about still, right? But not 162 games, are we?
No. All right. No, too many. The playoffs, yeah.
Even we have our limits, folks. So
just not this weekend for March Madness and the Dynamo, because that'll be 9 games to watch.
Okay. I'll watch the highlights of it. If by some miracle we get to go to the game. But otherwise, it'll be the highlights. So what are y'all's thoughts? What's going on?
Yeah, give us your NCAA predictions and your dream Final Four for this year.
There you go. And, let us know how awesome the University of Houston Cougars are in your book. We'll be waiting. Hit us on all of our socials and,
see you next week.
There you go. Thank you.